FYI, this is just a full-fledged warning. The Attack on Titan, the movie, The Last Attack, is not a continuation. It is the last two-ish episodes in theaters. Is it worth it? Let's find out. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Attack on Titan, the movie, The Last Attack. So what's about? Pretty simple premise. The Attack on Titan, which when you think about it, it's been out for 10 years. Even though it's not like a 10 series saga, but it's the starting has been like, so you're just thinking, oh my god, we're at 10 years ago. But anyway, this is the last two episodes of Attack on Titan in one big 2 hour and 25-minute movie with something special at the end of the movie. And it does add a little bit more, I think, what it said in the description. A little bit better sound, a little bit of better like HD quality when it comes to some of the animation, as well as maybe some editing / more scenes that doesn't make it like a huge difference. But it's something where if you just want to watch it in theaters, this is your opportunity to do it. So instead of really like talking about this, because like I said, this is something, if you're an Attack on Titan fan, you've seen these last two episodes and you know what to expect. Like, it's really weird to just review 2 episodes of this, except the whole series, which I've only done a couple seasons to review on this channel. I haven't reviewed all of them, so guilty as charged. But I think with the show itself, if you watch my first out of reaction, you know there's fluctuations with this show, right? Some people like love the first couple seasons, and like it was like season 3, they're like, what is happening here? Like, what is going on? I don't remember the actual season, but it's just like people were like, where's the show going? And I can understand that because it turns into some weird like Hellraiser shit, like people turning into Titans, this weird island and things that are occurring with it's like it's an experiment, and the last creature monster is like a huge freaking bone creature. Like, it is some weird character design. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. And then some of the like white, Titan forms are pretty sweet. So when it comes to some of the character designs, you're like, yeah, this is some Hellraiser shit. But then on the other time, you're like, why? Like, at a point, it's like when Eren is just a huge like bone creature. You're just like, what is this thing? And it's just so bonkers to a point. And the whole reasoning is like a Thanos type of reasoning of like, oh, I just want to kill. I want to kill. 80% of the population freaking Dunskies. But what this show does and what it kind of shows is humanity will always be at war. Humanity will always want to find an enemy in someone. Humanity always has a little bit of hatred in their heart. Like, there's nothing that you say like, yep, I'm 100% good. Because there's always that, like, inkling of someone poking at you. It's not saying this show is poking at someone, but there is a underlying message of, like, you can be frenemies, but there's no such thing as just complete friends. Especially when it happens at the very end with, the military, if you want to put it that way, and these town folks that can turn into Titans. And it's like, okay, we'll work together, but once we know the big bad, like, the one motherfucker that we need to kill dies, it's like, let's become enemies now, because there's no real bigger force that's making us stay friends. And there's very interesting aspects with that, with a bunch of movies, with things in history, when you want to look at it that way. Also, there's something that happens at the very, very end. That's what the huge, like, I would say the secret they wanted to put in it. And you could tell the last scene after the credits was way better animated, and it was more brighter, more colorful with what they're trying to say. And what they're trying to say was kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing where one person's like, I really like Attack on Titans as a whole. It's just a fun experience. One person's like, I don't like where some of it went. The perspective, the open-endedness, like, I don't need it. Then they start fighting of like, no, it needs to be this way. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. And then the third person's like, well, I liked it, but I'm just more glad we saw it together as friends. And they're just like, yeah, you're right. And I think that's the good message, where it's like, you know what? We can disagree, and that's okay. Like, no one is going to agree on everything. No one's going to agree on an X movie being a masterpiece or cinema. No one in the world is going to agree on that, like one specific movie. There's always going to be like the one or two of these that are like, I liked it, but I didn't love it. Or there are going to be some people like, that's some dog shit stuff. And that's kind of the same thing what they're doing with this. It's like, you know what? You can dog us. It's okay. It's okay. You're still living. You're still having life. You get the opportunity. You get the privilege, even though I hate that word, of having the choice of watching this or not. And even though I might be making it overly simplistic, or like you just might be thinking, what are you talking about? But you know what? I kind of dug that message at the very end. I don't know if I'm really going to give this a review, a rating, because it literally is the 2 last episodes of a season, and I'm not giving it the full quantity. Yes, if you like Attack on Titans, watch it. If you don't, you're not going to watch it. But like I said, it's literally the last 2 episodes. That's all it is. A little bit more editing, a little bit more CGI, a little bit of touch up if you want to put it that way, and of course in a bonus end credit scene. So there it is. Like I said, if I had to rate it 70, 80-ish, but this is not something to review in my opinion because, like I said, this really isn't a movie. This really isn't anything that you haven't seen that's already been on TV months ago. So there you go. There isn't going to be anything on Rotten Tomatoes that I checked. So let me just do a triple check, which I'm pretty sure it's still a no. And I was right. It's basically nothing for either. It's just basically there, saying it's there. And you do have some people giving it a 5 out of 5 because they just love just watching it in theaters. But yeah, to me, I don't know. It's nothing to really review in my opinion. Like, it's more just to talk about, like, a synopsis of like, hey, let's talk about this. What did you get out of the end of this film or out of the last 2 episodes? What did you get out of the series? What seasons did you love? What seasons did you hate? And let's discuss in the comments below. And again, let's be civil about it. I had this conversation with I'm Still Here where I might have felt like I was attacking people, which not, they were more of attacking me, but I love it that, some people were saying I was soulless, and a lot of Brazilians are saying, look, you're American. You're not going to know our history. We are very passionate. I agree with that. And here's the other thing. When people are apologizing for the people that are calling me soulless, thank you, but it's not necessary. I know that sounds really weird, but you didn't do anything wrong. I know you want to apologize on behalf of your people, but you're an individual. You didn't coerce. You didn't do anything to make sure that person would say something nasty to me. I love the love. I love just, people coming out and saying, like, I'm sorry. I really do appreciate it, and thank you. And it's still, there's still, like, 1 or 2 that it's like, your opinion isn't valid because of XYZ, because you just complained. I mean, it was a 15-minute review, and I really didn't complain. It was more discussing, like, where the complaints came from and how it correlates with the movie. So, like I said, you're never going to please anyone on the internet, and that's the moral of the story. Chase Hawk here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. On the next Bluetontopia, you Blue Futonians. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Watch this tape tomorrow. Week from out there. Here for every single freaking one of you. Peace and love, and just stay safe out there. And let's just be good human beings.